Hi, today we're going to be talking about waves on a string. This is part 1. So, if we are holding a string and that's supposed to be a hand, it's attached to some fixed boundary like a wall. We can go we do like a little up-down motion with our hand. We're going to send a pulse down this wave, and the wave is going to travel like that toward the wall. This is what we call the incident pulse. And when this is a fixed boundary, a reflected pulse is going to look like that, traveling back toward us. So the incident comes, it hits the wall, and the wall pulls it down so that it travels back kind of upside down. It'll go, just kind of moves along the wave like that. And this is our reflected pulse. It's reflected back at us from the wall. With waves on a string, we can have 2 different types of interference. We can have constructive interference and destructive interference. With constructive interference, if you and your partner are both holding a string and you go like this, just bring it up, your hand up, and then back down into a starting position. And then your partner does the same thing. They also go like that. You're going to create a pulse that looks like this. We know that from over here. And your partner's going to create a pulse that looks exactly the same. And they're going to be traveling toward each other. It's going to be picture 1. So we have 2 pulses traveling toward each other. They're both going up. So you can imagine, just kind of get closer and closer until they meet. They're going to meet in the middle, and it's called constructive because let me do this in a different color. Constructive. We kind of add the 2 pulses. They are coming on the same side, so they just kind of sum up into this big pulse. But we still have the 1 pulse that was going that direction, and the other pulse that was going this direction. So a little while later, we're going to have a picture that looks like this. This pulse went through the middle here and then passed out the other side unchanged. Same thing with this pulse. It came toward the center, it hit the center, and it came back out. They're traveling the same direction as they were, and they're the same size. So that's constructive interference. Next, we have destructive interference. With destructive interference, if you imagine you do the same up-down with your wave to create your wave, but then your partner goes down and then up. So instead of creating a wave that goes above, right, like you created this pulse, your partner just created a pulse that is down below the straight line of the wave. Picture 1. This pulse is traveling towards the center. This one's also traveling toward the center. So now they get to the center, and the picture looks like that. Because what happens here is you still have your pulse traveling like that, and they still have their pulse traveling like that. But if you take these 2 and you add them, you get 0. So destructive. We essentially subtract one from the other, and if they're the same size, we get 0. If the area under this wave is +5 and the area under this is -5, if we combine those 2, we get 0. And then afterwards, like before, the pulses are going to come out unchanged. So the pulse passed through the center here, and then it comes out unchanged as a pulse below. And the same thing for this pulse.